Hey the moment friends! Ending here for another episode of the Breaking of Isengard update to Lord of the Rings Online. When we last left off, we were meeting with the Dunedain Rangers who finally caught up with Lord Aragorn. It was not long ago. It was not a long goodbye after all, Andang, though the intervening days have been eventful. I think Halbarad keenly felt the burden of his duty after you left us, for he was not sure how best to proceed, but it seems he chose aright, for we have found Aragorn, and as the words of Galadriel bade us, the sons of Elrond bear messages for him from their father, and Halbarad carries a gift of Arwen. I trust that Aragorn will know what to do with each of these gifts. Thank you, Calenhad. Cornir. This is truly an unexpected encounter, Andang. I am glad to see you are well, and in the company of Aragorn, no less. Our errand has not ended, though its first goal be now accomplished. Now we must lend what aid we can to Aragorn. It is true you take the road to Isengard. Whatever other objective Aragorn has with Saruman, we must aid this one as well. The rescue of Lothrandir, my kinsman, if he yet lives. Forgot about him. It seems you found Aragorn before we did, Andang. Perhaps we should have gone with you. Perhaps. We are well met once again, Andang, but in hardship. I sought the treacherous leader of the Falcon clan, but he gave me the slip and escaped into the mountains. He lives still the life of a coward. You tell Goldir that Lou Brennan's fight brought him into your path, and he has been slain. You tell me true? Then he has paid for his crimes. He abandoned some of his own people when he fled, and we left them in a place of peace, where they should be safe. I worried that their former chieftain might seek them out and visit upon them further harm, but even Saruman's magic cannot help Lou Brennan now. I am satisfied, Andang. Thank you, on behalf of the fallen kinsmen, and also those of his own people he betrayed. I'm glad we brought Goldir with us. Halbarad has given me much to think about, Andang. We have more reason to converse with Saruman than I believed. I feel confident that we may accomplish anything, Andang, now that my kinsmen are here. Can it be that the tides turn in our favor this day? Let us hope for the best, Lord Aragorn. Let us hope for the best.
I believed we would see each other again, but I did not know it would be so soon.
I believed we would see each other again, my friend, but I did not know it would be so soon. Sending you from us was not an easy decision, but I knew Theodred had need of your aid. What sadness that he could not be saved from that fate, but perhaps that too contributed to the resolve of the Erlingas. The Grey Company has done what it set out to do. We have ridden to our chieftain in Rohan, and it seems we have come in time, after all. Some of our numbers were lost on the way, but those of us that remain will do everything in our power to ensure that Aragorn can fulfill his destiny. I am glad to see you again, Andang.
I have much to think about and little time in which to do so.
This is an unexpected journey, my friend. Had I known they were journeying to find me. Aragorn looks at you wryly. You spoke to me of the Dunedain. I did not suspect you had travelled with them in recent days, Andang. I do not think I would have changed my course had I known, but perhaps that is the power of hindsight. Perhaps it is the wisdom of Elrond behind your silence, my friend. He is never quick to volunteer information, which makes the word of his sons even more curious. I have much to think about, and little time in which to do so.
I am most curious to see what we will find in Isengard.
I spoke briefly with Halbrand, and if I had business within Isengard before now, I count it double. We must find if Lothrandir still lives within the ring, Andang. Let Gandalf speak with Saruman for weeks, if that is his desire. My thoughts are of my kinsman. I have not seen him for many years, but Lothrandir has been a friend for longer than that, and I will not abandon him. Let us ride along the road to Isengard. I am most curious to see what it is we will find. Yes, let us ride along the road. Discover what awaits us. I did forget to mention that I'm also got a side quest pop-up to look for survivors outside. Survivors might be found along the road out of Nand Cornir to the northwest of the Westfold. You have received word of vast destruction at Isengard, and seek to investigate the aftermath of any survivors. In the aftermath of the Battle of Hornburg, Saruman and the people of Rohan alike deal with drastically changed circumstances. Indeed, Isengard will never be the same. Alright. Let's go ahead. Some silver scrap. Just what I always wanted. Alright. A curious stillness covers the land, and the pools of water stand near the road.
Isengard has been much changed since last you beheld it.
Isengard has been much changed since last you beheld it, Andang. You may not recognize it. I dare say Saruman himself does not, though he brought it upon himself. Indeed he did. Thank you, Gandalf, for that enlightening amount of information. Moving on to hopefully more enlightening information. Alright, we need to search for some survivors outside. Yes, here we are.
Your presence has called the evil spirits upon us.
What's this now? Men, raise your weapons. We're not through yet. The Dunlening Chief's command is only met with groans of pain and fear by his men.
It galls me to ask aid of a devoted...
Stay back, men. Look at what destruction the trees have brought to the Vale. Saruman is undone. They allowed my men and me to flee, but I do not trust them. I know they are still here. I know they are watching us. There is one outside the ring across the river Isen, I swear. It will not let us leave. You have delayed us long enough, man. If your foolish journey brings you to Isengard, then so be it. You shall not remain long enough for the trees to find us. Men, we go to Dunland. Okay then. Good luck with that. Just going to circumnavigate you. Alright, so we're now supposed to search for the ant the Dunlening spoke of, and also ride to the gates of Isengard. Quite impressive, the amount of destruction that has been done to the gate here of Isengard. The very walls of Isengard have been damaged by some mighty force. That's nice that they set up a stable master.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Pippin and Merry. Merry and Pippin.
There. It's been a long time.
Hello there! It has been a long time, Andang. I hope that you are well.
Welcome to Isengard.
The look on your face is quite a thing to see, my confused friend. Welcome to Isengard. You have had a number of adventures, I expect, and would you believe that we have as well? We have all come a long way from LOTRO, haven't we? Much of the trip was rather unpleasant, owing to our new friend Ugluk and Grisnaka. I suppose they're old friends now. We shan't be seeing them again, and that is a relief. Treebeard and Quickbeam are nice fellows, if a little odd, and I do believe that I've grown several inches taller. Pippin laughs at your confused look. I don't mean metaphorically, Andang, though perhaps I have done that as well. I mean that I have actually grown taller. Yes, well, you do seem taller.
I think Pip is trying to confuse you on purpose.
I think Pip is trying to confuse you on purpose, Andang. He gets the chance to do that so infrequently that he delights at it whenever the opportunity presents itself. It seems that we have gone from the fire back into the frying pan for once. Pip and I were dragged halfway across Rohan by our captors, and though we have arrived at Isengard, it was in the strong hands of a friend, and not at the whip of Saruman's orcs. It was Treebeard who brought us here, you see, and he is, well, he is Fangorn, and Fangorn is he, apparently. This is more difficult than I expected when I began to tell it. We found some pipeweed inside the gatehouse. How about you bring some more out here, and I will try to tell it properly. Alright, Hobbit. We will do that. And by Hobbit, I of course mean Pippin. I don't have a Boromir anxiety or anything like that condition. The Boromir condition is when you stop referring to people as by their names and by, instead, their stereotypes. The gatehouse is filled with rubble, and the flood waters have reached here too. My goodness, the Ents did a great job. How far back is this pipeweed anyway? Ah, there we are. The Ents did a good job. Yeah, we wouldn't want all the pipeweed, just a little bit. This place is pretty epic, I must say. Alright. Let's go back to those hobbits. Aragorn showed up.
Allow me to refill my pipe, and I can resume my story.
Ah, very good, my friend. This is a very high-quality pipeweed of the sort they grow in the South Farthing, back home. Allow me to refill my pipe, and I can resume my story. I was going to tell you about Treebeard and the Ents, I believe. Let me see. Yes, but it seems that Aragorn is troubled about something. Perhaps you should speak with him first, and I will continue my story when he has a happier look about him.
That pipeweed was not grown at Isengard. It came from the Shire.
Andang, that pipeweed was not grown at Isengard. It does not bear resemblance only to that of South Farthing. That weed has come from the Shire, which means that Saruman has had his eye upon that land for some while. At least, I do not like it at all. If our fortune holds, the wizard will have no further chance for mischief. His intent in the Shire may have extended only to its pipeweed.
I do not doubt Saruman's ability to strike, even now.
Saruman seems to be in a tough position, though. But I would counsel caution in our dealings with him. I do not doubt his ability to strike even now, and a cornered beast can still do great harm. Gandalf went ahead to the base of Orthanc. Find him, and see what he thinks of the situation. Alright, acceleration tomes, that's nice.
Pip and I met Treebeard after we escaped from the orcs.
Pip and I met Treebeard after we escaped from the orcs. He is an Ent, you know, a shepherd of the forests. I can tell you about how we met him, if you like. Alright, well I think we will save that session play for a little bit later, as we don't have time in this episode, but we will have time to venture into Isengard and talk with Gandalf. Let's go ahead and mount up so we can ensure good talking with Gandalf. Right, and you can see they kind of updated the map a little bit with quick beam and some other things, and it's clear that the camp area has been completely destroyed. And you notice that there's now water on the map as well as inside this place, and my goodness, the Ents did a good ransacking of this place. There will not be orc armies coming out of here ever again, thank goodness. But that does not mean the treachery of Saruman is over, sadly.
Aragorn is right to advise caution.
Aragorn is right to advise caution. Saruman has suffered a defeat, it is true. But we must not be overconfident, or it will be no lasting defeat. He is cunning and full of tricks, and even a cornered beast can do great harm. That's funny, Aragorn said the same thing. Indeed, that is when it is most dangerous. You tell Gandalf that Aragorn said much the same, and the wizard smiles briefly. Good, it seems that he learned something from me after all. But this is no time for idle talk. There is a wizard to manage now. Speak to Treebeard. I must think on our next step. Oh my gosh. No, Turbine. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Haroom, haroom, haroom. The work of the Ents here is done. But Gandalf's work is only beginning. Yours too, perhaps. I do not understand this desire for Badroom adventure. Do you not enjoy standing in the green field with the sunlight on your face? Do you not enjoy drinking deeply of cold mountain waters? Treebeard rumbles for a moment. It is no matter. The waters will cleanse this place. But some orcs may still linger. Search the surface and see what you find. Gandalf tells me a friend of yours was imprisoned here. I hope you find some sign of him. We Ents allowed a number of Dunlendings to leave in peace, but saw no other friendly folk. Alright. It's now time to explore the sides of Orthanc. But that is for the next episode, so thank you guys so much for watching another episode of The Breaking of Isengard as we see the destruction of these lands by the Ents, and hopefully the conclusion to Volume 3 of the epic story, which has been years in the making. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode. PVMP and subscribe.